Are you getting ready to come on a weekend cruise? I hope that you are, because you know I love weekend cruises. But if you come on one, don't buy the Wi-Fi. You don't need it. Hey everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend, and I don't think that you need to buy that Wi-Fi device for your weekend sailing. Now this only applies if you are going to 2 ports in your weekend. If you're only doing one and having a sea day, I don't know that this is necessarily going to apply, but wanted to go through what this option is so that you'll know how to save a little bit of money. The first thing that I'll say is I use my cell phone when I'm traveling around on a weekend. I have reception normally in the evenings until about 7 to 9 p.m. at night, and then it comes back on between 6 and 7 a.m. the next morning. I am only without cell phone reception from a land-based tower. Let me be very clear. I've gotten a lot of questions on, can I use Google Fi, my provider, when we're in the middle of the ocean? No. I still need to be within land-based cell tower distance for my cell phone's SIM card to work. Otherwise, I have to use the ship's Wi-Fi if I need connectivity. So make sure that you have a really good cell phone plan. Now, this is not going to work if you need 100% connectivity. If you have kids back home, maybe you've got a family member you need to keep in contact with, there's something going on in your life that if they call you at 3 in the morning, you need to have that ring through and be able to pick up. I would not recommend this. I would recommend you get the Wi-Fi in those cases. But if you are comfortable going without Wi-Fi for 2-3 hours of your awake period, going to sleep and then waking up and have cell phone reception again, I think this is a good way to save money. And honestly, it's probably a good practice for us not to have our cell phones using our cell phones all the time. If we take 2 to 3 hours off in the evening, you'll be absolutely fine. Some of the downsides of this is if you are in an interior cabin, your cell phone might not work. You might have to go out into the hallway, open the door, you'll get reception. Or just go upstairs and hang out in the common area. That's where you'll always lose reception last. So if there's somebody that you're texting with or calling, you want to make sure you keep reception as long as you can, go all the way upstairs, and that's where you'll be able to have the best reception on your phone for the longest period of time. Now, when I say make sure you have a good cell phone plan, you're going to need to do the math here. For me, my carrier is Google Fi. They do not charge me a daily fee when I travel. I just have a flat rate. First of all, international data and texting is included. I can text and use data in many countries. I think I've been to almost 70 at this point, and all but Cuba, I have been able to use my cell phone with absolutely no issue. The reason I love Google Fi too is that, when I was with T-Mobile before, they had international data, texting, but their cell phone, if I made a phone call from my phone, they charged me an arm and a leg. There were a few times where, here's a best practice, I forgot to switch on airplane mode. And so it made a call on the cellular network, which I did not intend to do. I was on ship Wi-Fi, but it used the cellular network from wherever I was at, the Bahamas at that point, and I got 2 or 3 different bills for $500 and $600 because I didn't realize that I was on the wrong network, and they would not waive or budge on those fees because honestly, I didn't realize what I was doing, and it's easy to slip into. With Google Fi, if I accidentally do that, they're charging me like 3 or 5 cents a minute. Okay, so if I talk for 100 minutes on the phone, you're gonna charge me $3. Perfect, great, I can handle that. That's math that I can get on board with. Is it $30 or $3? I don't know. It's still much cheaper than $500 if I do that. And those were probably not the longest calls. But definitely make sure you're switching your phone into airplane mode when you lose cellular reception. If you have to pay a daily rate when you travel internationally with your cell phone, that might be $15, I think is the going rate. See what the Wi-Fi is. If the Wi-Fi on the ship is $17 to $20, it might just make sense to buy the ship Wi-Fi and not worry about your international plan on your cell phone and just stay on data mode or airplane mode the entire time. Only place this doesn't work is today we're in Nassau. If you want to get off the ship and adventure around Nassau, you're not going to have ship Wi-Fi because you're getting off the ship. You're going to be switching over to the towers. And so you're not going to be able to make phone calls or use data if you've not purchased a daily package, if that is your cell phone carrier. Now there's many cell phone carriers out there. Make sure you're referencing yours and doing the math on what's going to work best for you. But this is why I don't buy the Wi-Fi. I am good going 2 hours to 3 hours every night and waking up and having Wi-Fi the next day. It doesn't bother me one bit, and I save a good bit of money. And at the end of the day, I'd rather put that money towards going on another cruise. The only other thing I'll mention, and I think a lot of people don't understand really how it works, if you don't buy ship Wi-Fi, you don't buy it, you can still connect to the ship's app. So on Royal Caribbean, you've got a Royal app, MSC has an app, Virgin has an app, Celebrity, they all have an app that's going to give you schedule of events, dining options. If you don't buy the Wi-Fi, you still can access their app. So you'll log into it, you'll say, I don't have an account, I just want to use the app, and you'll be able to do that with absolutely no problem. In a lot of cases, I know MSC is really bad for this. I cannot have my cellular and my Wi-Fi going at the same time. I've got to go into airplane mode, turn off my cellular, and then I can get their app to work without buying the internet. So if that's a concern of yours, don't worry about it. You'll still be able to use the app and see everything that's going on around the ship. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hope to see you on a Weekend Cruise soon.